is like a creative content company, which like I'm basically doing for my final year project in university because I'm still here, but at the same time I'm managing to like fit music into it because I study communication arts. So what I'm doing is creating like a production house with people around me that do photography, like videography, music, all this stuff, and bringing them together and just literally making a group of people that want to grow together, make projects together, and just have like a gold league of talent together.
Welcome to the Gold League. Take the lead. It's time to grow, so we had to plant the seeds. They all started with a dream, on the hunt for the cream. Being quiet for too long, now it's time for us to scream.
One day we're just like, okay, you want to direct. Next day the same person that's directing wants to also produce a track. We make these things happen. Like when you listen to the Gold League album, the people that are like production, YK, Lawrence, like me, Jay Flames.
So much talent.
Yeah, so like
So much.
even P, like he doesn't even produce all the time, but he produced the track and now it's on an album that's on all digital streaming platforms. So like they make it seem like it's such a big deal to actually just make music, do your thing and get out there, when really it's not that hard. You just have to believe in yourself and be consistent. So that's what the Gold League's all about.
I think it was 2017 and 2017?
2016, 17 college.
Yeah, back at college you got me into it.
Yeah. Do you know the story? Alright, so basically I already made beats before. I met him like just around, not as serious as I do now, but obviously did before. And then I think one day I was on my SoundCloud, and then I think he came over and he was like, oh shit.
I didn't even talk to this guy at this point. Like,
Yeah, we didn't even know each other.
social.
He just came up like, yo, what's going on? And then I was like, oh, I'm just my SoundCloud. I had like 2 beats up, and then I showed him it and he was like, oh shit, it was actually quite good, but it was average, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I showed him that, and then I don't know how, but we just, you know what I'm saying, we just decided
I want to start doing this, and I downloaded what was it on my phone? GarageBand on my phone, yeah.
Yo, I remember that.
Yeah, maybe it's on there. I was like, yo, I need to
And
do
he
this on my
sent me his
laptop, innit?
first one on WhatsApp, and it was like, it was actually decent. That's what I was like, yo, he's never done it before in his life. He just did it on GarageBand. I was like, yo, such classic.
And then downloaded FL Studio and self-taught myself from YouTube. And we just thought, we need to make a group or something on YouTube.
Yeah, because there's Austin as well, got Melanin, who's producing him. Obviously, huh?
I still produced the AM tune.
Yeah. Him and B-Wave produced the AM tune. And yeah, we met him in college as well, basically for the same thing. And we all just, came together and made the whole
Crude Beats.
Crude Beats. He came up with the name. We were thinking before, should I tell you what it was called before? Before it was called Beats for Your Head Top. And the thing is,
That's sick though when you do it.
Beats for Your
No,
Head
it's
Top.
always like, we can't have that as the name of it. So I think
you just on
we
Google.
searched on Google, yeah, like some like, sick words in it that mean something, and crude means something like
It means like not giving a shit or some shit like that.
Nah, not even, not your shit. It means like something that's like dirty, but it's like, like if something sounds dirty but it's hard.
I study economics and economics BA at Uni of Leicester, and the way I'm trying to apply that to music is obviously when it comes to commerce and just sell and just like being aware of how demand and supply works, being aware of one thing that you can learn a lot from is not putting yourself in a financial situation that you're going to be in debt, in terms of we saw in the in the recession about just taking out mortgages and just like having loans that you can't pay back. And a lot of times when young artists, they take advantage of young artists, and they know that we don't know a lot about the game, so they give you an advance, they give you a bonus or whatever, but you're never having to pay it back, and then you have none of the rights to your music. So that's how I apply that to my music and just how I think about music. And then also it's like when it comes to making music, I like to be very free and just creative and just create what what I'm feeling at the time, but then there's also a formula to it. There's also, we can break it down. That same skill that you use in economics when you're breaking down, okay, this policy leads to this shift, which leads to this. It's the same way in music, where it's like, if I do this in the song, it will lead to this, and it leads to this. It's formulaic, even though it's random. I'm Michelangelo.
How did you meet?
How did we meet? So basically, we both go to uni in Leicester, and we saw each other at the Music Boost one day, and we just like listened to each other's music.
Magic started.
Then we were just like, okay, our sounds are very different, but together they could probably be something amazing.
Yeah.
Then we linked up with like all the 44 Deep Lot, Jiggy from the South, Steph, YK, Big Ben, Drop Top. Yeah, so then after we had that collab session together, it was just like, from then,
Yeah, there was just chemistry for the first time we met. There was just chemistry.
shows,
I brought a lot of
everything.
melodies and all that singing to the table, and Asia just has that raw but real rap. It
Yeah.
just made sense.
like I still think I don't even know how to rap, but like people like it, so I'm just carrying on in it. So like on the album you're gonna hear different tracks, different sounds. That's just me experimenting. Like I'm never gonna perfect a sound, so that's the fun thing about listening to music. It's gonna be different every time, but it's gonna be consistency, like new. You're gonna feel something new every time.
Drawing things from everywhere, drawing
Yeah.
things from life, and just harnessing it. And that's what the modeling is about. It's just drawing the things and just putting it, making it qualities. That's
Yeah. So what inspired me to go into music, yeah, I think I watched Get Rich or Die Trying, like Get Rich or Die Trying, yeah. And like after watching that film I was like, wow, that's passion in it. Like I wanna have passion for something as well. And I was just listening to so much 50 Cent, I couldn't really express myself, and then I just started to write poems and stuff. And then my ICT teacher must have saw me writing this stuff. He was like, okay, are you writing a rap or a poem? I was like, there's a poem in it. He was like, you should probably rap. Then he played me a 50 Cent beat, and I was like, oh my god, this is meant to be. And ever since that day, I just went with the signs in it. I never really deep things too much, like, because that's what breeds fear in you when you're like, how are we gonna do it?
Yeah, you kind of just go with the sounds. Like for me, people throughout my life, just because I've always been singing here and there, and people would just tell me, yeah, you should, music's something that you should do, and it's something that I enjoy doing as well. So it just made perfect sense. There was just synergy between me feeling like people told me that I'm good at it, and also like enjoying it as well. So it was just, it just made sense.
You talk about your inspiration, and you obviously related to other artists. Would you say the artists that inspired you to actually go into music are more American, or was it the British, UK hip hop?
It was
scene?
everyone. Skepta, 50 Cent, Kanye West. Literally, like, I'm inspired by anything that's new and like that's changing the game. Like, all these people that are making art but just not going with what's going on now, because everyone wants to play it safe. What's the fun in playing it safe? Like when you're making music, it's all about innovating, and like so the next person hears it and he's like, okay, I want to make something along these lines. Let's get better.
Yeah, I'm really inspired by people, like really creative people, like Childish Gambino, Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
People in that kind of just.
Like a lot of people that inspire me are literally around me as well. Like my friends, like Michael inspires me, Jiggy from the South, everyone. So it's just like everyone around me. I could get inspired by walking outside. I see the sun. I'm like,
I feel like
wow.
I'm definitely inspired by myself. I'll listen to my music back and I'll be like, that was inspiring. That was good. Yeah. So that's what I did.
Okay, great. So what were you guys up to before Gold leaked the album?
So before Gold League, the album, everyone was just literally making music together, just catching a vibe. Then I always used to say like, oh, we need to make a joint project, 44 Deep and people like around us and stuff. But no one was ever around each other. So I was like, I'm gonna make an album with everybody on it, but just make it my album because no one wants to link up, and I'm the only one that's traveling about to meet people. So I'll do it. Make a Gold League album. Bow, pressure, applied.
Yeah, that phrase Gold League, that I feel like this album was created so naturally and like the way it should be. Like the vibe in the studio was just, let's just make good music. There was no
like pressure behind it.
Yeah,
It
the
was
creative
just all
energy was just
natural.
there. That's what I like about it, really.
Welcome to the Gold League. Take the lead. It's time to grow, so we had to plant the seeds. It all started with a dream, on the hunt for the cream. Being quiet for too long, now it's time for us to scream. Got a degree, had to turn up the heat. Standing on our own feet, we are the Gold League. Every blessing is a trophy. Rising, shining, had to put the time in. Chasing all our dreams, that's how we're surviving. Rising, shining, had to put the time in. Chasing all our dreams, that's how we're surviving.
Is the funniest?
Adrian. No, I swear I'll take that back.
You just don't want to say my name again.
Nah.
What, you gonna say yourself?
I'll say myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lawrence says
Joker.
Lawrence.
Okay.
So,
Nah,
You're funny for that one.
I'll probably give it to Adrian. He comes up with some funny stuff. He does.
tries to.
He says what he thinks in it. That's why he's funny. He just,
Yeah, I'm sensing there's no filter
there's no
there.
filter in it,
Yeah.
so it's just it's free for